Hello! Hi, everybody. I am excited to be here with you today on another episode of Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Master of Wisdom, the Atlantian. 1,000 times has he descended upon the halls of Amente. I think that's a quote, something like that. Don't quote me on that. But, okay. So, before I get started, I just want to say, hearing and reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth through all kinds of different ways will give you different understandings, obviously. Kind of like watching a TV show and seeing that, like different things that you haven't realized before. And I think that kind of goes with everything. So, but the Emerald Tablets of Thoth are just awesome. I just love them so much. I mean, I don't, it's just the one thing I can turn to, and at least in this time of my life, not necessarily for religious stuff, but just how, it's kind of cool to see something that people don't widely recognize and that has so much information and so many awesome freaking things basically saying that there are aliens that came to frickin' the world and stuff. And so, yeah. So it's kind of cool. Like right now, I feel like I'm kind of in the minority, obviously, of people that actually know about the Emerald Tablets, and therefore one of the few human beings on Earth as of this day are familiar with it. But I'm hoping, and it's cool, it'll be cool to see the transition if, you start seeing anything on, I don't know, the History Channel on something like that. They should almost just go through ancient writings or make a TV episode of such things. But yeah, the idea for, like, the interpretation I kind of get from it too at this point is, there's many ways, again, to read and understand this. Different languages, probably, if you heard, yeah. I guess. So, what I'm going to realize and say, and you'll hear and possibly understand what I'm saying, but don't just take that interpretation for it unless you're like, wow, that seems exactly what it is. No way. And then, by all means. But there's lots of different supposed secrets, meanings and stuff like that. And probably there will be certain things that will only be available to the people who are ready for it, obviously. But, yeah. Because the truth of everything, and if we knew the absolute truth, like, it would change us. It would change the way we are, and some of it we'd be really shocked and not be able to function in life very well. And that's kind of how I am, I think. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I am, yeah. Anyway, minority Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Not many people know. And so, yeah, I'm just going to get right into it, I think. And I think that, yeah, many interpretations, blah, blah, blah. I wish I had better words. Okay, this is part 2 of the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, of the second tablet. It's right in the middle between the two, the second tablet from the beginning and the end. So, I got to try to laugh this off a little more. Okay, so I shouldn't need to be so serious, because there's so many ways. I'm sure there's some kind of comedy you can take from this, but actually, from what I understand, I don't know that there is a lot of comedy, but I'm going to try to look for it anyway. But there would be comedy probably for certain people. Okay. Basically, he's talking about the halls of Almente and all the light, darkness. Then darkness sat a great figure, dark with a darkness not of the night. Before it then paused the master, speaking the word that brings about life, saying, "O master of darkness." That's where I stopped right there from the last one. Okay, so here we go. Holy cow, I did 5 minutes of talking before. Well, it don't matter. Whatever. Because it's a whole thing. It's a whole video. Who cares? Okay. Okay, before it. So, I'm not even sure where we're at. Vast as a space lay the great hall before me, walled by the darkness, but yet filled with light. Before me rose a great throne of darkness, veiled on its sat a figure of night. Don't be afraid to just fast forward if you want to get to the part you need to. Darkness sat upright. Okay, so it's a very dark figure, not of the night. So somehow this dark was not of the lies and deception and the lies, I guess. I don't know. Not necessarily. But dark with the darkness, not of the night. Before it pauses, must speak in the words. Okay, so when we're talking about a master, must be with him too, and he's speaking the word that brings about life, saying, "O master of darkness, guide of the way from life unto life. Before thee I bring a son of the morning. Touch him not ever with the power of night." I feel... Okay. Before thee I bring a son of the morning. Touch him not ever with the power of night. Call not his flame to the darkness of night. Know him and see him, one of our brothers, lifted from darkness into the light. Release thou his flame from its bondage. Free let it flame through the darkness of night. Raise then the hand of the figure. Forth came a flame that grew clear and bright. Rolled back swiftly the curtain of darkness, unveiled the hall from the darkness of night. Then grew in the great space before me, flame after flame from the veil of the night. Uncounted millions leaped they before me, some flaming forth as flowers of fire. Others there were that shed a dim radiance, flowing but faintly from out of the night. So there was a lot of stuff going on apparently there. It was apparently a pretty interesting ceremony, and basically he frees him from his bondage, and which would be maybe unlocking a part in his brain or something like that. I don't know. That could be an interpretation of it, but I don't know. Yeah. Some there were that faded swiftly, others that grew from a small spark of light. Shapeshifters, but they were shape-shifting the amount of light they were radiating, perhaps. This shows energy. What kind of energy and such. Okay. How you go? That was my favorite part in Bruce Almighty, I think. Like when he made Steve Carell. Yeah, just for the record. Others that shed in dim radiance. each surrounded by its dim veil of darkness. So they had lies. A dim veil of darkness. So they weren't completely light. They were pretty high up there though, and pretty close, from my understanding. There. Now I'll have like a radiance going on. That's probably my amount of light, if anything, if even that. I don't know. It's not through my whole body yet. Okay, so where are we going there? Okay, keep on coming. Yeah, flame in the night connect. Oh, okay, so I skipped that. Okay, others that shimmed a dim radiance, shed a dim radiance, flowing but faintly from out of the night. Some there were that faded swiftly, others that grew from a small spark of light, each surrounded by its dim veil of darkness, yet flaming with light that could never be quenched, coming and going like fireflies in the springtime. Filled they with space, with light and with life. Then spoke a voice, mighty and solemn. Then spoke a voice, mighty and solemn, saying, "These are the lights that are souls among men, growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet living through death into life. When they have bloomed into flower, reached the zenith of growth in their life. Swiftly then send I my veil of darkness, shrouding and changing to new forms of life. Shrouding and changing to new forms of life. Steadily upward through the ages, growing, expanding." Okay, I guess a big speech. Okay, so. Okay, jeez. All right. These are the lights that have been growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet. Okay. These are the lights that are souls among men, growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet living through death into life. When they have bloomed into flower, reach the zenith of growth in their life. Swiftly then send I my veil of darkness, shrouding and changing to new forms of life. Steadily upward through the ages, growing, expanding into yet another flame, lighting the darkness with yet greater power, quenched yet unquenched by the veil of the night. So grows the soul of man ever upward, quenched yet unquenched by the darkness of night. I, death, come, and yet I remain not, for life eternal exists in the all. Only an obstacle I, in the pathway, quick to be conquered by the infinite light. Awaken, O flame that burns ever inward, flame forth and conquer the veil of the night. Yeah. Whoa. For life eternal exists in the all, only an obstacle, I in the pathway, quick to be conquered by the infinite light. Okay, I'm going to just kind of scan through this here. These are the lights that are souls among men, growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet living through death into life. When they bloomed into the flower, rich to the zenith, growing in their life, swiftly then send I my veil of darkness, shrouding and changing to new forms of life. So maybe it started off with, obviously, light, I don't know, then, went from, and shrouding and changing to new forms of life, steadily upward, kind of talks about that. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a dimensional thing, like new forms of life. New forms of life might be a higher dimensional life. Oh man, that's a new form of life. Woohoo! Steadily upward through the ages, growing, expanding into yet another flame, lighting the darkness yet with yet greater power. Yeah, the more light you have, the more power, the more knowledge, the more power. Quenched yet unquenched by the darkness of night. And so you're like, once you get farther in your light path, basically, as we are all light beings in some form or manner, I think, or in some, I don't know. Anyway, as you get higher with knowledge, there will always be like seeking for new knowledge. And maybe you're not even that much of a seeker of knowledge in this life, but you're listening to this, so you might be. But it will be quenched like, oh man, I can't wait to get to this level. And then, oh, it's awesome. But then you find out there's still more obstacles. There's always more obstacles. And then, quenched yet unquenched by the veil of the night. Because there's more frickin' lies and truth I gotta find. So, which is good, because, if we do know everything, then that sucks. That's why video games, they go to so many levels. They don't just do one level. Like, hey, okay, that was easy. Oh, right. So grows the soul of man ever upward, quenched yet unquenched by the darkness of night. I, death, come, and yet I remain not. For life eternal exists in the all, only an obstacle, I, in the pathway, quick to be conquered by the infinite light. So, whatever death will be conquered by the infinite light. Awaken. So eventually, your darkness will be conquered. And you're going to be doing it yourself. But that's because we are all meant to be a light being or something. We're all meant to ascend to higher levels of awareness, consciousness, different dimensional. Who knows? Who knows anymore, I don't. But maybe we'll find out eventually if we can ever get through this. But I'm talking, so yeah. All right. Quick to become. Awaken, O flame that burns ever inward. Flame forth and conquer the veil of the night. I think this is when I really get into the night being seeming like a bunch of lies. Like, there's lies and truth. It's a yin and yang kind of world. So we have a few more to go through. Okay. After he said all that, and that's not it. Okay, now we're starting. 3, 2, 1, go. Then, in the midst of the flames, in the darkness, grew there one that drove forth the night, flaming, expanding, even brighter, until at last was nothing but light. Then spoke my guide, the voice of the Master. See your own soul as it grows. I'm going to start that over. The voice of the Master. See your own soul as it grows in the light, free now forever from the Lord of the night. Forward he led me through many great spaces filled with the mysteries of the children of light. Mysteries that man may never yet know of until he too is a son of the light. That obviously talks about, we're getting to our, this whole path is not just this life, it's many lives, and it's to ascend into higher dimensional awareness or knowledge, and I mean that I'm still learning this myself, so that's kind of my interpretation. It might, again, don't be afraid to yell at the screen, shut up and freaking read, man. I just want to get through it or something. But there are other options, obviously, if you wanted to. Anyway, okay. Yeah, excuse me. Alrighty, so there are many mysteries that we probably couldn't comprehend at our level of consciousness, plain and simple. And yeah, we just couldn't comprehend the full magnitude of it. We don't have that brain power necessarily. Well, we have brain power. I don't know. Anyway, get the point. Backward then he led me into the light of the hall of the light. But that would be a pretty bright place. Knelt I then before the great masters, lords of all from the cycles above. So all the cycles, like the lords, were all there. Lords of all from the cycles above. But it's only the cycles above. It's not below. So, and that's probably why I wonder if the lords of all from the cycles below is in here. Or above and below or something. I can't remember if it is or not. Okay, lords of all from the cycles above. Because those would be the people, those would be the beings that would, have that knowledge and be able to say, hey, you are with us now. Come on up. Let's go. Do, 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 do. Hey, how's it going, Lord of all above? I appreciate. Thanks for letting me be here today. Oh man, I'm glad. Yeah, that last thing I learned really jacked me up. Right? It got me like once I figured that out, everything come clearly, and all of a sudden, bam! I just feel woo going up. I'm moving on up. Yeah. Okay. So, what have we got next here? In the darkness, go there. Speak now. See your soul as it grows in the light, free now, forever from the Lord of the night. So maybe all the souls, all the lords below were lords of the night. Like, if they went there's lords of the infinite all. Nothing but light. Forward he led me, many great places filled with the mysteries of children of light. Mysteries that man may never yet know of until he too is the son of the light. Backward then he led me into the light of the hall of the light. Knelt I then before the great masters, lords of all from the cycles above. Spoke he then with words of great power, saying, Thou hast been made free of the halls of Amante. Choose thou thy work among the children of men. Then spoke I, O great master, let me be a teacher of men, leading them onward and upward until they too are lights among men, freed from the veil of the night that surrounds them, flaming with light that shall shine among men. Spoke to me then the voice, Go as yet will. So go as yet will. So be it decreed. Master are ye of your destiny, free to take or reject at will. Take ye the power, take ye the wisdom, shine as the light among the children of men. Upward, children of men. Take ye the. So basically, he can choose whatever life path he wants to go on, and he wants to be a teacher. So he wants to teach us. He wants to influence us to say, "Yo, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Thothing night. I feel alright." Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to say this is one of my most hilarious videos, but maybe it was for you. I sure hope so, because I don't know what I'm going to do otherwise. This could just be for myself. We don't know. Will we? Okay. Alright. Be a teacher, go, yes, master of ye, or your destiny, take ye power, take ye the shine among men. Okay, upward as children of men. Upward then led me the dweller. Dwelt I again, the dweller, remember the guy that few people can look at and survive. Dwelt I again among the children of men, teaching and showing some of my wisdom. Son of the light, a fire among men. Now again I tread the path downward, seeking the light into the darkness of night. Hold ye and keep ye, preserve my record. Guide shall it be to the children of men. So he chose to be a teacher to try to. So that would be a pretty challenging job, definitely. Next will be the key of wisdom in tablet 3, and that will be next time. So, what do we all get from this craziness? Backward he has boom, boom, boom. I got some interesting stuff. Tablet 2 wasn't my, it explained some stuff, and I think there's definitely some messages, but I can't really say myself if there's any smoking gun in just really having belief in this kind of stuff, whatever it ends up being in belief. But yeah. Okay, well, so I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Hit a like, subscribe, or something like that. And comment on what you think your interpretation is. And so, yeah. Have a wonderful day. And keep it going, guys. Spread the word. We got to get this message out there, yos. Okay? We got to do this. All right. I'll see you later.